Hey folks, Thursday night was the top 6 results show on Season 2 of The X Factor, and today I wear fake cheetah spots as a tribute to CeCe Frey. Demi Lovato tried to do the same thing, but she defeated the purpose by keeping them mostly covered up with her hair. It's not a big deal though, Demi has enough fur on her face to pass for a wild animal anyway. There were 2 guest performances this week. First was from last year's winner who has been missing in action since last season's finale, Melanie Amaro with her new single, Long Distance. It's about time they dragged Melanie out of hiding. Well, she didn't sound quite as pristine as she did when she was a contestant on the show, but they never do they? Maybe that's just because we've never heard her sing an up-tempo song, though, so it's hard to say. It was a pretty good performance, though. Maybe now Reid will let her have a treat. Well, the word on the street a while back was that L.A. had Melanie on a strict diet, and he was calling her every day to see how much weight she had lost. Trying to get her pencil thin in preparation for Superstardom, I guess. She doesn't look like she's lost too much, though, but I didn't really see where she needed to lose any to begin with. When asked how much her life has changed since she won the show last season, Melanie said that she sometimes gets recognized on the street. Sadly for Melanie, it's probably about the best it's ever going to be. I believe the window of opportunity has pretty much closed. I mean, the winner really should have music out before the next crop of contestants come rolling in. I think it's pretty much a case of Simon trying to sweep her under the rug with Paula Abdul and the rest of Season 1, but Season 1 did better than Season 2 is doing. The second guest performance was from Kesha, which of course is pronounced Keisha in Britney Babble. She performed her new single, Come On, which is sure to be a hit just like all her other inexplicable hits. I thought it was funny that Kesha was on performing with Wildcats on the same night that CeCe Frey was finally eliminated, and CeCe was the first person eliminated with the lowest number of votes, or C-Fair, as Mario Lopez called her. What is wrong with that man? Can't he get anybody's name right? She's a cheetah, Mario, not a horse. That sounds like a horse named Seafair. I gotta say, though, I'm pretty sad to see her go, even though she did usually sound like she was being mauled on the inside by the cat that she wears on the side of her face. This season would have been really boring without her. I didn't even mind seeing her use up her 9 lives and outlasting other contestants, because, let's face it, nobody except Carly or Tate have ever been in any danger of winning. CeCe knew she wasn't going to win. She's saying now in interviews that she knew that she wouldn't win because Adam Lambert didn't win American Idol. Oh yes, CeCe Frey is comparing herself to Adam Lambert. Get her, Glamberts! Go get her! The problem with this is, first off, Adam had more supporters on American Idol than X Factor has total viewers, and she was only able to get a fraction of those viewers to support her, so she doesn't even come close in popularity or talent. I mean, Adam Lambert used to be compared to Freddie Mercury, and at her best, CeCe is usually pretty much a poor man's Kesha, unless, of course, comparing herself to Adam Lambert, she was trying to come out of the closet, in which case, good for her. I don't know, I think most of us can agree the only American Idol contestant that she should ever be compared to is Sanjaya. I do think there's a market out there for her, though. She says that we'll be hearing from her again whether we like it or not. No thanks, CeCe, I don't need any stamps. No, hopefully she's right. Simon Cowell told her that she should do a reality show, and she kind of took offense because, well, she's a singer. See, that's why I think she needs a little bit of self-awareness before she tries to get out there and market herself, because when she sings, she hears Christina Aguilera Jr., while the rest of us hear a total mess, and so until she gets some self-awareness, she's never going to be able to market herself, but maybe one day she will. Anyway, rounding out the bottom 3 and singing for survival was Fifth Harmony and Diamond White. Fifth Harmony was first. Simon tried to convince Mario to switch them up and have Diamond go first, but it was a no-go. You stop trying to confuse poor Mario, Simon. You know he doesn't do well on the spot. Anyway, they sang Anytime You Need a Friend by Mariah Carey and did a pretty decent job with it. I thought it was fairly obvious that they were going to be the ones saved, just like it's fairly obvious that they'll be gone next week, but whatever. Diamond went second with I Hope You Dance by Leanne Womack. What a terrible song choice for Diamond White. Whoever told her that singing a country song was a good idea was obviously trying to sabotage her. She must be taking some of that backstage Tate Stevens advice. She sounded horrific. Well, we all know by now that Diamond doesn't do very well under pressure, but she did exceptionally bad this time around. Britney was the only person that voted to save Diamond. Now, Diamond's keeping a positive attitude, though. She thinks she's going to defy the odds like Cher Lloyd and go on to have a good career. Well, everybody likes to think that they're going to be the non-winner that makes it big, but it's highly unlikely. Maybe she'll eventually get another shot somewhere down the road once she's had a chance to grow up. Anyway, onto the rankings. Coming in at number 4, heading into next week, of course, is Fifth Harmony. And I think we can all safely assume that they are going to win. But I think there's a slight chance that they could pick up enough of Diamond's old voters to overtake him on 3 for the number 3 spot. Unfortunately for them, they'll probably be saddled with some pretty lousy songs this week, because I think Simon is smart enough to know that he's not going to be able to overtake the top 2 spots. So this week is going to be about which one of Simon's groups makes it to the finale with Carly and Tate. Now, we all know who his preference is. Coming in at number 3 is, of course, Emblem 3, and they think Demi Lovato needs to chill out. They've been telling reporters that the only reason that she's been critical of them is to get under Simon's skin, but if they'd actually listen to what she's saying, instead of interrupting her to tell her how great they are, then they'd know that what she's saying is the truth. Back in the number 2 spot after 2 weeks at number 1 is Carly Rose Sonenclar. Now she has the advantage of being the only teen left. If you look at the Britney Spears fan forums, a lot of her fans have been voting for her acts, and now Carly doesn't have to split the Britney vote with anybody else, so she could still win, but it's going to be an uphill battle against the good old boy in the number 1 spot. Tate Stevens is back at number 1 after a 2-week hiatus. All he needs to do now is just show up and not mess up, and it should be a fairly easy victory for him. And won't that be so funny? To see a middle-aged cowboy win what was supposed to be this hip young season of X Factor, it'll be hilarious. So anyway, I don't think they've announced any themes for the top 4 week, but as I said before, Fifth Harmony will probably get crappy songs. Emblem 3 will probably get great songs. I'm guessing they'll probably do an original, probably the one that they audition with. And Carly and Tate will probably go with what they know and play it safe. They'd be crazy not to. Anyway, that's it for this week's results show. Leave me a comment and let me know what you thought about the show. And if you're glad to see CeCe Frey go. And if you think she's comparable to Adam Lambert. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, come be my Facebook friend, and I'll see y'all next time.